I'm just hearing reports from some neighbors that there's some sick birds in the area. And of course, all of us, when we have chickens and livestock, fowl, birds, we think of bird flu. I don't know if it's that, but we are going to do something about our own chickens to make sure that these guys stay healthy as much as possible. So I'll show you our remedy. What we have here is some crushed garlic that I just crushed in the kitchen, some oregano, and some apple cider vinegar. So for these meat chickens and our turkeys over here, I'm just going to add this to their water. So there we go. No big deal. They don't seem to mind it at all. I've done this before. I do this when the babies are young. I give them this solution, but it's also good if you want them to fight off sickness. The vinegar is also good to keep your vessels clean. It helps keep it clean from algae and stuff like that. So I'm just going to add a cup of that in there. And then probably half a cup of that in there. And then we're going to add a few cloves of garlic in there. And that will just sit there and kind of stew in this warm weather. And chickens will drink it no problem. And they'll be able to fight it. So. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to our other chickens, and I got to fill up their vessel with water. So we're going to get over here to our chickens, and I got to pull the water over there, but I'm going to bring this stuff over there first. So this is a prevention, not a cure. You could give it to a sick chicken. But it's not a guaranteed cure. It's more of like something that, like, you know, when, well, let's put it this way. It's kind of like coldies or something like that, so that when everybody else is getting sick, you would take this so you wouldn't get the cold kind of thing. So. So, I'll put the water in here. Put our garlic in there. Nice and clean. Keep that regimen in their food and water, and gives them some fresh food from the garden, like zucchini. So these birds are going through molting. Some of them are ahead of the others, and so their immune system is kind of on the downside anyway, so I don't want anything to happen to them. Throw them some grass. That seems to help with this too. So they're getting a nice balanced diet. They're just not getting grains. So I will mow the lawn a little bit later, and then every day put some grass in here. I don't know if you guys can see here, but they had a pile of grass in here yesterday that was a big mound, like a whole lawnmower bag full, and they ate almost the whole thing. There's hardly anything there. So they're needing those vitamins. They look healthy. You know, you look at their cones, and that's how you really judge a bird's health, guys. They get the bare backs from being ridden by their male counterparts, but they see, the duck's happy. She broke into it, and now he can get in there. So we'll get on this. So anyways, there we go. I don't want to lose any birds. We like our eggs. We like having that food. And they're great birds. They're producing well. So, I mean, you know, if your birds get that, you know, the recommendation is to take out your whole flock. So I don't want it. So, fresh water, clean water, keep everything clean as much as possible. Keep, you know, that's why it's so important, like why we have the wood chips down in here, is because then they're not walking around in their manure. You know, and their manure, when it gets dry, turns into a dust, and that can cause all kinds of respiratory issues in your birds. So that's kind of important. So keep those. If you're gonna continue to put bedding on an area and do the deep bedding, make sure that it's never turning dusty, because when it turns dusty, that's when your chickens get sick. They get that manure in their lungs, and it's not good. So there is other stuff that even the Dirt recommended last night during our live, and she sent me a link to. I'll share that link with you. She raises chickens well, and she loves her chickens, and she takes very good care of them. So I'm sure her advice is good. And so I'll leave a link to that product as well. I just haven't ordered it, and of course it's not coming to mind. I'll probably put the name of it right here, and you guys can have that. But this is a good quick solution to do with something that you probably have around the house anyways. If you're a homesteader and you can your own food, you're going to have a lot of these items. You can go to the store and get fresh garlic. And of course a duck laid an egg on the outside. Stinker. I know, because their eggs are the only white ones. Ducks tend to do that. My ducks are usually a little better about that, but anyways, I gotta turn off this water. We'll see you guys next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. God bless. Bye. Keep your chickens healthy, guys.